Joining us today, as above, so below. We're talking about Satyrian energy, and we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys, not only for your patience, but for your love and support for Chief Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Ely Jr., and I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRS, which are the African traditions. I like to make it clear that I do not teach on my platform my personal beliefs or my practices, but I teach universal laws which are applicable to each and every one of us, no matter what particular genre of ATR that you practice. When it comes down to magic, which is energy, frequency, and vibration, we all have rules and regulations that we have to follow in order to receive certain types of manifestation. As you guys are being notified that I'm live, I am once again saying thank you to each and every one of you guys for your support and your love. What's up there, Mama Susan, Gemini in the house? Then Gemini then got Jelly Sweets coming in. Gemini, all right there on a Saturday. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. I personally appreciate all of the love, the support. What's up there, my Renee? And just how I try to communicate where I am and what's going on with me, because I know that a lot of people care about me being on this platform and the information and what I do on this platform. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of what we do here. And what's up there, my Renee in the house, 69. Much love. And guys, thank you so much for those comments on my wall on my YouTube page and those pictures and stuff. I was laying before the Orishas and just being reinvigorated and just allowing the energy to flow through me and restore and get me together. And so that's what I was doing and what I have been doing, just getting myself together in the process. What's up there, my Monique 444 in the house? Appreciate each and every one of you guys also for that. Where is my lighter? Now I'm a fire starter. I'm forever removing lighters. I don't know if this one works. This one works? Yeah, it does. Okay. It ain't all that great, but it's got still got some fire to it. I'm constantly moving lighters all over the place. What's up there, my Pisces? Darius in the house. Thank you so much, son. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate many of you guys. I'm gonna be talking about something. Y'all know I come on here with giving you guys information so you can make better decisions in your spiritual journey, in your spiritual walk, and just trying to catch up on a lot, get a lot of stuff done. I wasn't feeling emotionally the best in the last couple of days, and I don't, me personally, if I can't come on here and function in the way that you guys are accustomed to, I don't really like getting on live. And I had got sideswiped. I've been distracted because of what I've been dealing with, different things, and was in an accident the other day while I was out, and it all worked out. But I was in a physical accident, and I wasn't hurt. The individuals involved wasn't hurt, but it just was just understanding that there's a lot going on and trying to tend to this person, to tend to that person, and trying to understand where this person coming from. And at the end of the day, I got to take care of me, and because nobody gonna do that for me. And so trying to appease people and their feelings and their perceptions and stuff, it just wasn't awakening to me that I need to take care of myself. And thank God that I was heavily protected. Thank God that God intervened and a spirit stepped in immediately to assist me in my situation, and just taking care of stuff right now. And I'm battling energies from doing spiritual work and stuff like that, and I need to be focused. And it's no different than flying a plane or being the captain of a ship. And this is something I say to many of you guys oftentimes. When you are the king and queen, or you are the head of household, or you are the CEO of your operation, a lot of times people want you to be focused on what they got going on. But if you get distracted, you can bring the whole plane down, or you can drive that ship into a iceberg. And so a lot of times people that are not realizing the level of responsibility that you have, sometimes they do find themselves putting themselves in position, and they are very distracting, and the things that they want you to focus on have no relevance to what your real call and duty is. And so I thank God for many of you guys. What's up there, Linda Stuckey? Yes, I am fine. I'm still fine. I'm still sexy. I'm still in part. I realized at that point that I need to get my mind back into the game, and that other people's issues are not my issues or my concerns, and I need to allow them to do them how they want to do them. Because at the end of the day, they don't take care of me and do for me. So I say thank you to each and every one of you guys. I like to keep it real. I like to keep it honest, because when you growing, what's up there? And from Facebook, Smith in the house. Appreciate you, Monique. And I say to many of you guys, if you're going to walk this spiritual journey, if you're going to be in step with certain people that walk in this spiritual journey, make sure that you strive to be as less distracted by people, places, and things as possible, so that you don't become a part of a problem, and you always remain, as much as you can, a part of the solution. So that's what I got to say to that. Now, I'm going to be rocking on today, on Saturday. I want to rock Ma Fedi Fun Yemi Ya, Mami Wata, La Serene, any water spirit, water deity, energy and frequency that we're going to be talking about today. This is going to be really, really important if you are going to practice spirituality, and in the hopes that many of you guys understand how significant not only the spirit is, but your temple, which is your body. And so a part of my body, top of the day, sexual chocolate, and yes, baby, come on. That's how Pisces, y'all Pisces come in here strong. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. That's how y'all come. Make an entrance. Let me know that you recognize the sexual chocolate that I am. You understand? That's why they be coming at me. But I also have on my left over here, some of you, it looks different on the tongue, but I have my Yemi Ya doll over here that I'll be talking about today, rocking that as well. So we want to talk to you guys about spirituality, about playing your role in the ATRS. Now, I am going, because this is I don't do cheer in church, I'm going to express very vividly why it is so important to communicate, know your role, communicate your role, be able to express your role in energy, frequency, and vibration in everyday life. You know, I make it apply to no matter what you're doing in life, and why we have some of the issues that we have in our life, okay? And a lot of times people say that they're making mistakes, and they're not making mistakes. They're trying to play roles that are not theirs, or they're playing roles at a time on the season that is not warranted. And so at different genres and different traditions, there are different roles that spirits play in our life. And when you don't know and you're not concerned about what role Yemi Ya may play in your life, or what role La Serene may play in your life, or what role Azali or what role Gabriel or Michael play in your life, this conflicts not because magic is not real. It conflicts because you don't understand how these things are supposed to function in your life and how you utilize them. The same reason why in a house we separate the bathroom from the kitchen, and the kitchen from the living room, and the bedroom from the patio. All of these areas in our house play roles in our everyday function, and why sometimes, depending on the lack of space, we may place certain things in certain spaces because we don't have a lot of room. And so the same thing is true, that in life you may not be at a certain economic space, you may not be at a certain mental space, you may not be at a certain social space, but as you grow, you give more room and space for you to operate and function in. And life is the same way. So I want to say once again, much love and thanks and gratitude for the people that follow me. I think I see my baby Scorpio coming here, and so I want to acknowledge each and every one of you guys that not only deal with me online but deal with me offline. And I just honestly, as a masculine male man, melanated man, want to appreciate all of the love and support from my male and female counterparts. Now, I'm going to be coming from, well, there ain't one place I can come from, but that's besides. I will be reading from 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, 4 through 6. And I'm going to show you why this is so important, especially all of you that have gotten a consultation with me about your astrological chart and why this plays such an important role. And I'm going to explain and break this down. And no matter if you're a Christian, whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Obeah work, conjure, this is going to make a lot of sense. If you apply, it's going to make your life better. And it's also going to you'll find yourself in a place of receiving more benefit and genuine energy from people when you understand what I'm going to talk about today. Because this is different Saturn energy and structure. And I feel that a lot of people, even me being a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and rising sign Pisces, I like my freedom, but I also know the benefit of structure. I also know the benefit of things being a certain type of way. And it is for my personal benefit, and it's also for my protection. Some things that you are praying for protection from, if you understood roles and why they are important, and that's even when it comes down to sexual preferences of being bi, straight, or gay, or whether you being a top or a bottom, or whether you being a masculine, feminine woman, or you being a very how did I say this? Warlike, militant-like female. That your role and how you function in life doesn't need to be demeaned, but you need to understand why those roles exist. And everybody roles, sometimes they can complement, and sometimes they create chaos, lacking of understanding. Okay, so we're gonna first start where I'm coming from. It's gonna be 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter, 4-6, and it said, there are diversities of operation, but it is the same God which worketh in them all. Wait a minute, I say that wrong. Verse 4 says, now there are diversities of gift, but the same Spirit. There are difference of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operation, but it is the same God that works in them all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. So every role that was designed for, what's up, my Boaz? Every role that was designed for us in the ATRS were designed for our profit. What happens in life, and this is why I say when we are praying prayers, and we're not understanding the role of our ancestors, what they play, and our role in their life, and we don't understand the role that we play when it comes down to the finances. Who has that role? When I go to certain deities, in this case, we're talking about Mafetifun Yemi Yah, a lot of times people don't understand the abundance of the ocean. The same way people that don't understand why there's water in the womb. We understand water represents life. We understand water represents abundance. We also understand the different types of waters. And so when we're doing water magic and we're doing conjure, working with water, we have to consider whether that's tap water, spring water, whether that water came from a running Niagara Falls, so to speak, or a river, or whether that water came from the sea, or what type of sea and what kind of energy is flowing in those waters. Because when people don't understand the roles manifestation play in their life, then they just feel like, oh, I can go and just get me some water. It matters the type of water. You can go into a relationship and you can say, you know what, Divine Mother, Divine Father, send me, what's up, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini? Send me, I want a good man. A good man does not also mean that man can be a communicator or that man has to be a lover. A lot of times we don't understand the role that people play in their energy and their frequency and their vibration. And a lot of times when we're seeking out spiritualists, and this is why you guys always hear me talk about that I was born like this, and I tell you my role that I play in people's life, because it is important for you to benefit from why I'm actually on this social media platform. It is important that when we have a conversation, what role I play, not what role you want me to play, because I do some role plays myself, y'all. But I understand when I am here to be a teacher, I teach. When I'm here to be a spell breaker, I break spells. When I'm here to be therapeutic when it comes to my counseling, that's what I do. When I'm here to laughter does like a medicine. When I'm here to be the comedian and uplift your spirit, that I play a lot of different types of roles, but those roles are not necessary in every aspect of people's life. The purpose of you understanding your gifts, the purpose of you understanding your administrations and how you administer and how you rule. Administrate means areas that you're over, areas that you govern, areas that because I am an initiate in different ATR, I help govern that particular tradition. I help administrate the laws, the rules, and the regulations. I'm not just a part of it. What's up, my Stormy, my Sagittarius from Detroit? Much love to you, and thank you for reaching out to me as well, baby. And so these are the things that I feel that are very, very important when it comes down to playing your role. One thing that I don't try to do is become somebody's, because sometimes when you dealing with people, you see a need, or you see a perceived need, and you try to fit that need. In other words, you try to play that role in that person's life. That person may not be ready or desire you to play that role in their life, and so therefore there's conflict. This is why you should always ask for permission. I don't care if it's in a setting of intimacy. I don't care if it's a setting of being a support system economically for somebody, or somebody just being a listening ear. First of all, okay, am I here to hear you vent, or you are here? Are you want me to respond to what you're saying? Because everybody, when they're talking to you, they don't want an answer. And I need to know what you're looking for, because I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to you bitch or vent. That ain't my role. And so therefore, I can immediately, based off of what you tell me, I can determine, can I play that role in your life? If you're a type of person that just talks about doing things, and you want to do big things, you want to do gold things, and you're never applying action, I can't play a role in your life, because I'm a person of action. And I feel that a lot of times the confusion comes into manifestation is because you're not looking at the role that that person is either available to play in your life, or have the capabilities of playing in your life. And if you don't have a gift or a talent, you can't play a certain role in somebody's life. You can't be a seer when you can't see. You can't be a healer when you don't have the ability to heal. Desiring to be something to somebody that you don't have the ability to do is asinine. And when it comes down to manifestation, you got to first be able to play a role, and that role has been given to you to play that in that person's life. And if that person desires you to play that role in their life, because all of this has to do with how that energy is going to flow. A lot of times I deal with certain people, and remember, the water element is all about the flow. That's for my Cancers, that's my Scorpios, that's also my Piscean people. When you're dealing with the water element, it is about the flow. Whether that flow is in a lake, still a flow. Whether that flow is in a canal, because that's every boundary that somebody operates in is how that energy is going to flow. Where you are economically determines how you can flow. Your belief system, whatever structure of belief system you have, are you the type of person asking for strength to climb the mountain? That's the structure by which you flow in. Are you the type of person that believes in speaking to the mountain and the mountain being removed? How you approach life and the roles that you play in life really determines what kind of scenery you operate in. When somebody looks at the sea, they call it the sea because of the structure. When they look at the river, they call it the river because of the structure. A lot of times you don't realize that because of how you are operating in life, this is where people draw certain conclusions. What's up there? Greetings to you as well, my Pisces from North Carolina. Yes, thank you for being with us on today. So when it comes down to astrology, there's a term that we utilize called modality. And modality by definition is the way or the mode in which something exists or it is done. When we talk about you being a cardinal sign, when we talk about when you being a fixed sign, or we talk about when you being a mutable sign, that is how you exist and you show up. This is how you exist and you show up in your spirituality. When you are a water element, that is your element. But how you function in that element has to do with your modality, which whether you are Cancer, you show up in your water element and a cardinal energy. If you are a Scorpio, you show up, or you have Scorpio placement, you show up in that area or of existence in a fixed state. And if you are a Pisces, you show up in a modality, and that modality is mutable, which means you're adaptable, which means you're constantly changing. You're willing to change. A flow of energy. This is why Piscean energy knows no boundaries. When you have that energy or placement, that's the place of your life that will override boundaries. You know what I'm saying? That's the overflow. That's more like a water flowing off of like the Niagara Falls, so to speak. This is so important, guys, that this is why even in parenting, you find people getting into issues because people don't understand role play. They don't understand modality. They don't understand that you can be a whole moon sign, but you cannot take the place of the sun sign. When I teach people about their moon energy and their Pisces, a lot of times in life, because of how you were built or trained, what happens is you're trying to only function in one aspect of your energy when there's more to your energy or more to who you are than just being a sun sign or your moon placement. All of these determine how you function and move in life. And that's why I try to explain to people, a lot of your issues is because you don't understand modality. And you're not trying to understand. You're just trying to cast a spell. You're just trying to pray a prayer. You're just trying to get cleansed. You're just trying to get out of a financial situation. You're just trying to get a man. You're just trying to get a woman. And you're not understanding how that man and woman moves in life determines who and where do you have a capability. Say for instance, I have a lot of fiery energy. And one thing about Minister Mario, he was he's a Capricorn. His moon was in Aquarius, and then his rising sign was Libra. And so a lot of times I tell you guys I call it the Holy Trinity. And so when you have those placements, that shows to you if you're going to engage in with people, then that's how they move. I'm more of quick, fast, should have been done yesterday. Minister Mario is, I sat down, I came up with a plan. This is how I want to execute it. And so therefore, we had to come to certain agreements how to exist in each other's world without causing conflict and chaos. Some of y'all don't want to sit down and count up the cost. Some of y'all just want to, that's my man, that's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my job, that's my business. No. If you want to be in harmony, if you want to get, because remember, every manifestation and every gift was given with the intent to profit. You cannot profit with not understanding a person's energy. This is why I tell people, consider Mafedi Fun Oshun. Consider when you're dealing with somebody that has certain energy. Now, you can come across somebody else that is crowned Mafedi Fun Oya, having my mother also Mafedi Fun Oshun, and also my second mother's Mafedi Fun Yemiya. But my energy, my modality is mutable. So I'm constantly changing, evolving. And I'm constantly, and then my energy and my moon, my nurturing energy sits in cardinal fire energy, which I initiate. In order for me to grow in my cycles, in my journeys, I have to initiate. I'm in those areas of my life, I don't sit back and wait on somebody. This is why this stuff is important when you're doing spell work and conjure, because you can have certain conjure done for yourself and conflict who you are. If you know you're a type of person that you have to sit up and make a plan and then execute that plan, and you operate on certain speed levels, then you can't get out there in the fast lane where all that fire is. Because what you're going to do, you're going to get in the way, and you're going to also frustrate other people. I always tell people, the greatest thing about magic is energy. Knowing your energy, your frequency, your vibration. And you at any time can profit from somebody like me and not even get in my lane. That's why in life there's many paths to Oshun. In Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, they're even in the same practice. There are many ways to get there. And you know why? Because everybody has a different modality. Your job is not to be somebody else. Your job is to operate in your energy so you can embrace, you can embrace your modality and still benefit from somebody that's a fixed sign. Still benefit from somebody that's a mutable sign. Because I can still benefit from the other modalities and still be in my own energy. Be in my own path. But that's because I understand that, and I don't expect a cardinal energy to do with a fixed energy. I don't expect a fixed energy to do with a mutable energy. And what happens is, because we like to narrow everything down to, that's Apostle Ely, that's my mother, that's my father, that's my cousin, that's my auntie, that's my uncle. Those are titles. How do they function? If you brought an alligator into your life, it's going to move like an alligator. If you brought, and it can be you can go get another reptile. Just because you fit in a certain energy, just like Oshun or just like Malika, or what's up my chocolate? She said, I love this breakdown. Yeah. What's up my chocolate from North Carolina? Thank you, baby. I miss y'all too. And so when you think about modality, it's like the reason why you have dump trucks versus pickup trucks. The same reason why you have sports cars, two-seater. It's like, say for instance, I'm gonna give you an example of where frustration comes from when it comes to magic. You, a father of 5. And the majority of the people in your family of 5 are big boned. We saying that to be nice. The smallest in your group is a X1, size X1. Everybody is X3, X4. Your father 5, and you, with your resources of energy, frequency, and manifestation, you, as the head of household, manifest a 2-seater sports car. That's conflict. You did not consider who you was. You weren't considering about who's in your space, and you weren't considering about you had a desire and you want to live your life, and now you're manifesting things that are in complete contradiction of what you're actually dealing with and who you really are. And what's up there, Chris, my Sagittarius from Philadelphia? Yes. So this is why understanding your energy, understanding what you want out of life, understanding how you function in life, and therefore when you call on a particular entity or you are working with a particular spiritual practitioner, you sir and ma'am, have to consider how that individual moves and how they manifest. And a lot of times I tell people oftentimes, coming to me and lying about what you want because you're embarrassed about who you are or how you get down, it's not going to help you with me. Because me personally, I don't care how you want to get down. All I need to know is what you're trying to do. And are you willing to put forth the energy? Because remember, a part of my modality has to do with my moon being in Aries. So action is a must with me. I am not the type of person that I want you to sit around and keep talking about something. I want you to be about whatever you're trying to do. And so therefore, when it comes down to administrating, how you administrate, are you a good communicator? Because let me tell y'all something. Role plays, like when I was a little kid, I used to love to play mom and daddy. Y'all know why. So, and I used to love the role play doctor and nurse. Huh? I always got to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. I always got to check certain areas. You understand? So there are certain role plays that we like to play in life with people. Some of you love being a mother to people. And then you get with a man trying to be his mother, trying to role play mother. That's why you in conflict. A lot of times it's not that you have the wrong partner. It's because you're trying to play a role in that man or woman's life that does not belong. I'm going to say this again. Sometimes you are trying to play rescue ranger. There's so many roles to play in life. Just like Yemi Yah can play more than one role in my life. Even though she's my second mother in Ocha, right? And it doesn't have to conflict with Oshun. It doesn't have to conflict with, it also in my voodoo spirits. It doesn't have to conflict with Ezeli Frida. It doesn't have to conflict with Mami Wata. It doesn't have to, when you understand the roles of what people play in your life in the physical, you will also understand the roles that entities play in your life, and you will not bring about confusion. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. So my mama. When you understand, like some people, I play the role of a father figure. Huh? In their life. Some people I play the role of a brother. Some people I play the role of a shield and a buckler. Some people I play the role of a conjurer, a cleanser. I fit so many different roles in a person's life, but sometimes I play the role of a slut bucket in people's life. It is what it be. So with those many genres, I don't conflict. Because I see that I can play something else in your life that may be profitable for you, but you're not ready for. And the thing that I want us as grown people to be honest of is that the reason why you keep having relationship problems is because you're trying to determine what kind of role to play in somebody's life when they may not have a need for that or a desire for that. And that's the whole purpose of communication. That's the whole purpose of sitting down first and say, you know what? In order for me to walk in harmony with you, I got to know how to have certain, like I know not to put certain ancestors on my altar because I know that their function. What happens is we don't like to sit and say, you know what? Oh, I know what I can do for you. No, you doing what you knowing what to do for what I have need are two different things. And so therefore the same thing about when it comes to spirits. If you're going to let Ogun handle your finances, let Ogun handle your finances. If you're going to let Shango handle your love life, then let Shango and you want Oshun to fight for you. Because guess what? Shango can fight for you and do your love life. So can Yemiya. But it depends on how they function in your life. But if you only want to use Shango for certain things, don't say that's all Shango can do for you. Just say that's all you want him to function in and play in your life. A lot of times we get limits because of what our needs are or what our desires are, or even down to our perception of what these entities are in our life. And you don't give certain permissions for these spirits to function in their totality in your life. You want them to play certain roles. The same reason why a lot of times you frustrate in relationship, because the only reason why you want that man in your life is to give you money. You really not trying to be a wife or trying to be his sexual playground in his life. You just want resources. So already mentally, you're going to come in with conflict. The things that I see with males is because males don't want to acknowledge, especially black melanated men. We are visionary creatures. Okay? That means when we see something, we either attracted to it or we're not. When you have not come to terms with who you are and what you are attracted to, whether that is sexually, whether that is when it comes down to how you want to live your life or how you feel about yourself in this thing called life and existence, this is why a lot of males can't get a full benefit off of me and profit with me, because they are too busy being intimidated by how I express my energy and my frequency and my vibration, and knowing what role I can actually play in their life that is mutually beneficial. It is so easy to dislike somebody because of their modality, how they move, and at the same time actually like what they're doing. There are people out here that love what they see about me. They actually love how I move. But they themselves have an issue with their modality. And so therefore they cannot profit from something that is good for them and profitable for them. But let me tell you something. I can teach you how to be a better version of your manhood, whether you operate in feminine energy or whether you operate in masculine energy or whether you operate like I do in androgynous energy. I'm bi-spiritual. You understand? So I can help you formulate. I can help women have a better relationship with their fathers, their husbands, their men, if they listen to me. I can help men have a better relationship with feminine energy. But they won't listen. You know why? Because they're intimidated and they feel like that makes them less than something. No, that makes you smart. That makes you to understand there's a reason for that pickup truck. There's a reason for that sports car. There's a reason for that caravan. There's a reason for a bus. Huh? You can still be sexy in a caravan. Huh? You can still be desirable. You don't have to have a sports car. You don't have to be an apostle. You don't have to be a cardinal sign to be sexy. You don't have to be a fixed sign to be sexy. You don't have to be a mutable sign. It is how you show up in your energy and how comfortable you are in your own persona. Like, look, I went and got my hair cut. Look at that. I didn't put no just for men. One thing, let me tell y'all something about sexuality. When you're not comfortable in your space, people can tell. At no time am I out here trying to dress like a 20-year-old. At no time am I out here trying to personify myself in an energy and a frequency that I personally do not exist in. Are y'all hearing me? Jealous week coming like, Happy New Year, my Gemini. There goes another Gemini. Kim Pendleton chimed in. This is why this stuff is, even when it comes down to your success, it matters when it comes down to your modality, how you move. And let me tell y'all something. In life, Minister Mario, there are certain things I let him take the lead in. And there's when it came down to his health and getting stuff done, he let me take the lead in that, because not only I was experienced, I was a person of action. A lot of times when you are a procrastinator, when you are a type of person that put off today for tomorrow, when you are an individual that have dreams of ideas, but you're not good at implementing them or not good at being resourceful. This is why it is so. What's up, my Pisces guidance? Oh, y'all chiming in so strong. Thank you so much. But honestly, you look so young. I said, oh my God, Chiefs, your skin. Thank you, baby. That's fellow Sagittarius. Yeah, I am. But you know what? The fountain of youth that I utilize. When I say I take care of myself, guys, I give my body what it needs. But the biggest point, I have a very healthy sexual life. I love to express my sexual energy. I really do. I do, and guess what? Expressing your sexual energy is not always about sleeping with somebody. It's about complimenting people, being complimented, being good with where you are, taking care of yourself, where people look at you smelling good about yourself. Even when I'm not feeling the best, I don't necessarily have to be 1,000 when I come online, but I have to be in my energy. You know, when somebody has emotionally hurt me, I express that. And I talk about it because I acknowledge it. And so, but my acknowledgement of that energy is to resolve it. And I come up with conclusions where I can come up with tools to utilize so I can get into a better space. So when it comes down to taking care of myself, I'm very big on investing in my temple. And so when a man or woman believes in taking care of themselves, I'm 51 years old and I take care of myself. My skin, because I know that my skin is my organ. So when I express to me, you guys, about diet and eating and stuff, it's not about shaming. It's about understanding the beauty of being able to take care of yourself and being able to get economically in a place with people, places, and things that are going in that same direction, but not doing it the same way. A lot of times, sometimes you can think you're doing something wrong because you're not doing it like Apostle Elin. And you don't have to. I'm going to say, I want you to hear from me. You don't have to do it because you don't have my path. You don't have my direction. And so a lot of times when I'm doing magic for people, that's why I ask for permission. Because I look at your chart and I look at how your energy moves. And I look at what's good for you. And I want you to become, when I compliment many of you guys on live, because I know we have did lives together, we did Zoom meetings together. So, and plus I see your energy. And so I think not only some of you guys are beautiful on the outside, I think some of you guys are beautiful on the inside. Like, you know, I would be more sexual with a person. Not that I care for tender-eyed people or nothing. Don't say I ain't fronting. I like beauty too. But that and not that I ain't had sex. Let me tell you something. The best oral pleasure that I ever had came from a very tender-eyed person. I don't know if y'all watched the cartoon when I came up, Sylvester and Tweety Bird, but there was an episode on there that Tweety Bird had got a hold of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's formula, and Tweety Bird had drunk some of that formula and became that mother. I had been has a young lady that looked just like that Tweety Bird when it transformed, but the skill set of this individual was so profound, I couldn't see ugly. You can be so good at what you do that people can look past certain things, but you got to be good at what you do. They can't do it on their own. They need help. And so therefore, being skillful in your craft, being skillful in what you do, whether that's sexually, financially, or just how you function in life, would make people overlook certain things that they may normally not overlook. Whether that's your particular age, or whether that's your particular physical handicaps, or it depends on what's going on. Because when people, you look at certain people like, well, why she with him or why he with him? And you don't know what they're putting down. And then when you find out what they're putting down, you're like, oh, okay, I understand. Because you know what I'm saying? Certain things will make you win when you ain't winning. I hope you heard what I said. Some things in your life, you get good enough, will make you win when you ain't winning. When you ain't got the winning hand, but you can end up winning. When you ain't got the winning look, but you can end up picked and chosen. You understand? David he didn't have the winning hand. He had to win. But he won. So you don't always have to fit somebody's genre of how they perceive in life. But you be surprised, like Beyonce being a Virgo and Jay-Z being a Sagittarius. That's not a usual match, but it's something there, huh? Because Jay-Z look like a camel. No doubt, no shade. But he got something there. And by me being a Sagittarius man, I'm pretty sure I know exactly, because Beyonce keep talking about a surfboard. That Virgo is telling me it has something to do with that surfboard. And I'm not a surfer, but I got a board. I call it a wood. I call it a wood of correction. I call it a royal scepter. I call it a lot of things. You understand? But my point is, based off of the modality, even in situations in life, there can be harmony between people, places, and things because you have an understanding. And you know what that person brings into your life. You understand? Y'all know it's just the truth. And the reason why, when it comes down to ATR, this is why there's a lot of conflict on social media when people are practicing more than one tradition, because they don't understand how how voodoo plays a part in their life. They don't understand how Ifa plays a part in their life. They don't understand how root work plays a part in their life. And they don't understand why black art plays. And when you don't understand that modality, you will have confusion going on when it shouldn't be. This is why I'm very big on role play. I'm also very big on somebody telling me and setting ground rules, because I can operate as a Sagittarius in the freedom of those confinements. Huh? I don't have a problem with that. But you got to be able to communicate that thing. Huh? Everybody know what was driving Whitney Houston crazy about Bobby Brown. That Pisces made a no military secret, huh? That Leo liked the way Bobby Brown moved them hips, that pelvic area. You understand? So it didn't matter how much money she made. You understand? There's something that Stedman, the modality, what allows that Aquarius to function the way that he or she does. It makes you, let me tell you something. It's certain people, only thing they like about me is the freak that I am. That's it. They don't care about my spirituality. They don't care about where I work, how I live, how I dress. Some people only like how you move in certain elements of your life, and that's the only reason why they want you. Huh? And I don't hate on that. Stop trying to be something in somebody's life that they don't want. They might not need you as a father figure. They might not need, I want y'all to understand, you mess up root work, you mess up conjure, you mess up certain spirits in your life because you yourself don't understand the movement or the operation of that individual, and so therefore staying in those confinements, because that's what structure is there for. And I was at a hotel that they got in a real good hotel. They got an elevator and then they have stairs. Sometimes you use those stairs for emergency purposes, and sometimes, like as a UPS driver, depending on how much of time I have, sometimes I wait on the elevator to go into a building. And then there's other times, even though if it's on the third floor, I would still use the stairs because I don't have time to wait on the elevator, and I can actually get up those stairs a lot faster than that elevator can get there, depending on. So that's the same thing about when it comes down to life. There are certain times that you will wait on the elevator, and basically you'll wait on the person to make the move. And then sometimes you'll utilize the stairs in order to make your own move. That's that cardinal energy. You will initiate certain things, and you don't mind doing the work to climb. You understand? There are certain times people allow you to express your sexuality on them. And there are certain times they want to express their sexuality on you. I don't like to be hunted. I like to hunt. You understand? So I like the aggression part. That's the turn on for me. To apprehend, to find my way through, to understand. I like that kind of, I like to put that time in there. So, and sometimes you use the elevator for emergency purpose. Sometimes you get in there, you realize it ain't what it is, and you bail. So you bypass the elevator, you go on through the emergency exit. Structure. Everything in the Bible, it said, out of every temptation, God has given us a way of escape. For everybody, no matter where you are in life, that pretends that you're in a situation where there's no room for escape is lying. Huh? If you are Pisces, like I have Pisces rising, we know that we are escape artists. Even in jail, you can escape. Long as your mind is not in jail, you still free. They can confine you only so much. You can still, there's men, let me tell y'all something. I have a ex-father-in-law. Let me tell you how I look at stuff. This man was paying child support behind bars. When you want to play a role in somebody's life, even everybody stop. Like certain things make me look at certain type of men and women different. That man was taking care of his children from behind bars. When you want to play a role in somebody's life, you don't give excuses. Setbacks, fine, you'll find a way. But when you don't want to play a role or play your role in these ATRs or in these spiritual streets, you're going to always, if it ain't the money, you're going to make an issue. If it ain't but the time, if it ain't the distance, you're going to always come up with some type of issue. So you cannot function or play your role. This is why our body is the microcosm of the universe, because our body is designed to play its role. And when you don't understand your body, you cannot benefit or profit from your body, because you yourself think that your body is supposed to do everything on its own. And and then you can abuse it however you so choose. And then when you start going through certain things, you want to make it like about the devil or somebody doing root work on you or conjure or praying against you. When the truth is, you have abused your tabernacle. You abused the structure that was given for you to operate in this thing called life. The more you function in your energy, the more you function in your frequency, and the more you understand, okay, that's just how him and her move. Now, it's like, I want you to put yourself in the mind like, this is how I look at it, like double dutch, right? Double dutch. And so that's when rhythm, knowing somebody's rhythm, when to jump in, because it's not going to stop turning because you don't jump in the midst. You got to keep up with that rhythm. And sometimes when you get into double dutch and it going like that, sometimes you get tired of the bouncing back and forth. But nobody told you to hop your happy ass into there. You already seen the rhythm and how that person moved. You already know they didn't want a job. They were going to always do illegality. They were going to always do something crooked. And that's just how they move in life. And now all of a sudden you trying to do legal stuff with somebody that's illegal. And now all of a sudden you messing up. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes people will hop in your life. They will jump in your life out of the excitement of what your life looked like. Not realizing this is what it is. You like that old Freddy the Freak until Freddy keep freaking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now you tired, dehydrated because he done suck everything at you. You can't even, He done lick you till you ain't lickable no more. You tired of Freddy the Freak. This is why boundaries exist. Stop trying to make people bad or like everything, certain behavior, certain mindsets, everything has structure. Stop running away from that Capricorn energy. Stop running away from that Aquarius energy. A steady state of mind. Stop wishing. You got double-minded man, unstable knowledge. This is why a lot of people do not profit from certain things, because they don't like consistency. The best orgasms come from consistency. I don't know. I'm an administrator of orgasm. Okay? So, here is the fans. Yimmy-ya. And so when we work with these energies and frequencies and we understand their roles in our life becomes so much better. The understanding that I knew the roles of the Orishas, the Loas, the Impungos, and the my Apollo spirits, because I understood the tradition, I understand their role in my life. I also understand my role. When I come out here on these platforms, I know my role. You ever heard somebody say, slow your roll, shorty? Slow your roll. Because you rolling up on people in areas of their life that they didn't ask you. Sometimes people don't want your advice. Sometimes you just show up and don't say nothing. Know how to play your roles. And I guarantee you, without a candle, without an incense burn, without just understanding your role, like even with my children, as the older they got, I started playing different positions. All of y'all in my freak world, y'all know what y'all know I'm notorious for changing position. So a part of being adaptable is knowing how to change positions to get more effective. Because sometimes your kids ain't there for you to tell them how to live their life. Sometimes it's just for you there to be a guidance, a lighthouse. Huh? While they out there in that big blue world called life, they just need to know you there. They don't want you to do nothing because they trying to figure it out. Sometimes just standing there and letting your light shine. So they'll know you still there. I'm not up close. Go ahead on and do what you do. But I'm here. Sometimes you got to step back. Huh? Sometimes you deep off in there. Sometimes it's hurting them or hurting him. And you got to step off there. Sometimes in order to give more, you got to give less. And sometimes you got to step back off it and just put the head there. And just they don't want the other end, just right there. And you can get y'all know I'm talking some good stuff. Huh? Sometimes it's not as much as you can give. Sometimes it's just enough. And sometimes the reason why some of y'all relationships are not flowing in harmony is because you're not understanding that you're not giving enough. You're doing just enough. And when the role that you're supposed to be playing, you're supposed to be giving more than enough. And that's just real talk. The sponge that I use, we use it for cleansing. The same reason why we use water magic, to purify, to carry away negativity. All of this stuff is important. Huh? Sometimes people don't. Let me tell y'all something. Being adjustable allows you to understand, okay, what if you being intimate with somebody and now it is they're starting to receive friction and they're hurting. Sometimes you got to go from administrating the wood to go back administrating the tongue. And you got to be comfortable with being able to go from one position of function to another position of function. And that's what's wrong with a lot of y'all. You just want to be Sir Stickum. Sometimes you got to go from being Sir Stickum to being Sir Lickum. I don't care if you gay, straight, or bi. And you got to be able to adjust that based off of the satisfaction that you are willing to give to your partner or the people that are in your life. A lot of times, the reason why things start getting frustrated and the brakes go to burning is because you don't want to change position. You don't want to go from offense to defense. I'm here just for the defense. Well, baby, in the life, you can't always be on the defense. Sometimes you got to be on offense. Sometimes you can't play the quarterback. Sometimes you got to play the water boy. You got to be there to hydrate. If you want to have a good orgasm, you must be out. And sometimes you got to bring her and him the watermelon. Sometimes you got to bring her here the cucumber. Sometimes you got to bring her here a 32 ounce of water, alkaline. You understand? Sometimes you can't pitch, you got to catch. Versatility is essential. Adaptability is essential in certain situations. Huh? And this is why we work with palm oil in the ATR, because the palm tree is strong, but it is bendable. Huh? You got to have flexibility when it comes to this thing called life. When you're doing spirituality and you playing a role, if you are you are so rigid like the pine tree, with enough pressure, you're going to break. And so a lot of times, it's not that it wasn't meant for you. It's that you did not allow yourself to be more flexible like the palm tree. Huh? The palm tree know how to lean with it, know how to rock with it. Huh? Sometimes you in the midst of intimacy and they be trying to run from it. You got to know how to walk on your knees. You got to stay up in it. Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes where you position in life, you don't have the full access of your legs. You got to know how to walk on your knees so you can stay in rhythm. Huh? Because sometimes people be running away from their orgasm. Sometimes people be running away from their victory. Sometimes they running away from their justice. Sometimes they running away from their healing because what's going on is too much for them. And they don't know how to control it. So they click in their mind, it's time to escape. And sometimes you got to run up on them. You got to run up. You already in them, so you got to run up on them. To make sure they get to the very end of what you don't work so very hard for. No pun intended. So we utilize these different operations and these different energies and frequencies. Has a lot to do with role play. And if you are a good role play, that means you understand the different types of energies that is necessary. There are certain times that I bring my cardinal energy that in my moon sign. Sometimes I bring my mutable, because I am a Sagittarius. I have two mutable signs, which is Sagittarius and Pisces. But in other places, like in my my love life and where my magic sits, it has a lot to do with my Venus energy, which has to do with Scorpio. That's fixed for me. So there's different placements in your life that you play different roles and different functions. And the thing what I try to explain to people, knowing your function and your modality helps you in different areas of life, knowing not to go to Oshun for certain things, because in that area, how you move is very different how you do in your finances. What you need in your health is very different than what you need in your mental stability. And all of that has to do with your modality, the roles you play in different areas. Where somebody will let you have full control in the sex area of their life, they might not let you have full control when it comes to their finances. They don't move like that in that area. The role you may play when it comes to education in one aspect of your life may be a very different role you play when it comes down to building an empire or enlarging your territory. So I hope that a lot of you guys know that there's a difference in administration, but there are different roles. Yemi Ya plays something her role in my life is different. Obatalab, my voodoo, all of those play different roles in my life. They play different roles in my protection. They play different roles in my healing. And so therefore, when I come on here, I try to tell you guys I have a plethora of different operations that I can do for you. But I don't do for you what you don't want, what role you don't want. What's the unveiling in my Pisces? This is why I tell people, especially if you have modality and you understand your mutable energy, like Piscean energy. And I always tell people I have extremes. I have two placements that gives me a lot of access to the extreme. That's my Sagittarian energy, and that's also my Piscean energy. So I have a lot of extreme when it comes to my fire element, and I have a lot of extreme when it comes to my water element. And so I know that I have great power when it comes to water spirits because of Piscean, which is ruled also by Poseidon. Also gives me rulership in the water element. So a lot of my placement has given me authority to rule in my elements and also in how I move. So I come through very authoritarian mentality, so to speak, because of that authority that was naturally given to me. So I hope that helps you. When you're dealing with people, do yourself a favor. Let me tell y'all something. I've gotten people to come out of their comfort zone sexually by being yielding, by compromising. You can always get what you want when you respect somebody's boundaries. A lot of y'all think you can get what you want by pushing past people's boundaries. You're going to find yourself in you're going to find yourself in resistance and resentment. You're going to get them two R's, not Rolls Royce. You're going to end up with resistance and resentment. Respecting boundaries, it has nothing to do with you not enjoying somebody's company, somebody's success, somebody's prosperity, or vice versa. When you understand the boundaries by which that man or woman wants you to honor, in return, you're going to be able to learn how to flow in that energy and still end up probably more or less getting some of the very things that you thought you may not have gotten because of those boundaries. A lot of times when you draw conclusions before you understand the boundaries or the purpose of the boundaries or the purpose of the structure, there's a purpose for the stairs. There's a purpose for the elevator. There's a purpose for having a passing lane. There's a purpose for having solid lane. Everything has purpose. And when the moment you as a grown man or woman respect those purposes, then you start benefiting from why they were created in the first place. For being offended that I got standards is to totally disregard the benefits of my standards. The very thing that may seem to be so difficult in life and seem so costly, later on you thank God that you paid the cost to be the boss. The very thing that seems so difficult today that you achieve, Tomorrow, you don't have to worry about anybody trying to come take it from you, because if they're not going to put it, it's like it gives you a certain level of security, it gives you a certain level of a sense of accomplishment, and it also allows other people to see in your life that you're willing to work, that you're willing to compromise. Some people think I don't compromise. I compromise a lot of times. I compromise not putting what's happening on people's ass when I really could. I compromise not shining and flexing on certain people when I really could. See, a lot of times when we don't understand compromise, we think compromising means somebody going to walk over you or somebody going to mishandle you. No, compromising is just like the palm tree. That's why Shango is the king of the religion. Just because the palm tree is flexible does not mean it can be broken. Huh? And just because it's able to move in life, and 1 minute you can see a palm tree standing straight up, the next minute you see a palm tree lean over water. Palm trees have different paths. And every palm tree ain't the same. Huh? And that's all I've been trying to tell my melanated people. Figure out who you are and what you're trying to do. And if you're trying to get healed, if you're trying to get delivered, if you're trying to get set free, if you're trying to get relationship, prosperity, whatever it is, then all you need to understand is the modality. Why do I listen to this man? How is he moving in life? For 2 days, I had to recuperate because I had got emotionally sideswiped by some people that I love. I wasn't expecting it. And so when it happened, I knew where I was and I knew where I wasn't. And so therefore, I had to refocus, recalibrate, reset myself, so I can function in my energy. Because sometimes, because you have certain affection, affinity for certain people, you allow them certain assets that they are not cognizant of and they're not responsible enough for. And so therefore, I was in a very vulnerable state at the time that it took place. And so therefore, I withdrew myself. Because I realized at that point, they don't realize where I am right now. And I'm not 100 right now. I am still grieving. I'm still going through different things. I'm still making, and let me say this, y'all. I didn't say that I just lost somebody very close. I lost a business person. I lost a person that had the capacity to generate $85,000 a year, plus our personal business. I didn't. When I lose people in my life, they are quality people. See, I don't lose a dime a dozen. Let me explain that to you. Anybody that is significant in my life is irreplaceable. Once I build whatever I build with somebody, they function in an area of my life that is significant. And so therefore, a lot of times when you're talking to people about certain things and they don't have people that are that significant in their life and they don't understand the modality or the role that certain people play in their life, it's like when you lose your heart, you lose something. When you lose your lungs, you lose something. When you lose your kidney, you lose something. And you need to understand that. Thank you, Unveiling and Compassion. That's such unconditional love from Pisces. And that's why these certain things are important. This is not for you to feel like you're insignificant. Just like the heart, is like these are organs. And some of y'all don't have the maturity to understand that it takes the whole body. Huh? Anybody ever bumped their baby toe? Has anybody ever bumped their baby toe? That's when you realize how significant. Because a lot of times we will assume that our big toe is more important. And not that we can't get hurt by our big toe. But if you ever have literally bumped that baby toe, you understand that baby toe will bring this whole body to the ground. Significance. Role play. Just because you don't utilize something in your life as much, huh? You might not think your anus is important until you get constipated. Huh? You might not think your anus is important until somebody drops some wood off in it. Huh? You might not think you can ever get pleasure because of your anus until somebody put that tongue in it. You understand? I'm just not trying to be gross in that. I'm just trying to understand. Because you don't understand the roles that your organs and your body play in your life, then you don't necessarily can't speak on certain things because you haven't had the experience. And Jupiterian energy is about experiencing. Then you got Capricorn come set in there or Aquarius come set in there and give you purpose for the experience. The structure for the experience. The benefit, the profit behind it. Because remember, Capricorn sits in there, it talks about resources, so it wants to know the benefit of a thing. You got to understand, all of these functions come from the same spirit. The same ATRS comes from universal laws, came from the same Mother Earth. Whether it was the Mother Earth of 1 million years ago or the Mother Earth of 200 years ago, it's still Tiamat. Whether it was the Mother Earth that was in three-dimensional, or whether it's the Mother Earth, or whether it's a 5-dimensional, it's still that it comes from that source. Now it may be moving differently at different frequency and vibration, and this is why I'm keep saying the reason why we are not benefiting as much as we can from the ATR, because we don't understand how to play our role and how other people are supposed to play their role in your life. Just because you don't like how somebody is moving does not mean it's not necessary for them to move that way. I'm going to say that again. Just because you do not like how some man or woman is moving does not mean that it is not right for them to be moving in the way that they are moving. Too many of us, especially our black people, if we don't either understand something or agree with something, we think there's no significance for it. You don't think it's significant for somebody to be as militant until you need somebody that's militant. You might be living on Paradise Island and you are not threatened by men, and you can walk into your feminine energy, but one day some unexpected event of a turn happened, and now you got Steve Trevor on the Paradise Island, and now you must transform from being Diana Prince. Now you must become Wonder Woman, because you got to be an emissary between man and woman. Your role can change. And you still walk in your feminine energy. And you may need other devices like the golden lasso or the bracelets, or you may need the tiara or the belt of your belt in order to maintain certain energies and frequency out here in the world of man. To continuously to operate in your greatness. You might have to do that, ma'am or sir. But be ready. I'm done. I hope this helped. I hope you embrace it better. I hope that you understand. And I was telling Mother Susan that I really, really want people to see me in different spaces of my spiritual life, because I want them to have a better understanding that magic and spirituality is not about always smiling, always everything's going your way or things are happening. But when you operate in your spirituality, things could easily swing in your direction. When they say in the Bible that all things work together for the good of them that love God, number one, and are called according to purpose, that's when you start understanding modality. You don't want me to be anything other. As much as you may get frustrated with me, as much as you may not understand why I take certain time, whatever it is, you want me to be who I am in your life. You want me to play that role, because down the road, you're going to see the significance. Because there's profit behind who I am and the role that I play in your life. And whatever capacity that might be, maybe it's to put a smile on your face, maybe it's to make you laugh that day, maybe it's for you to get information so you can make better decisions, maybe it's for me to do spell work or conjure, maybe it's for me to help you to better understand their resources or the loas, or whatever role or capacity. I have no problem with that. But I also have no problem in the role that many of you guys play in my life. And I try to make you understand. Maybe you're not there for me economically, but you are there for listening. And maybe you don't play the role that other people play in my life, but you are playing a role. And for all this to exist, because your modality matters to me, just like my modality matters to you. And I don't want you to undermine what you do for me or with me. And to all of my hoes that have been there for me, you should have, because when you needed Old Faithful, I was there for you. But anyway, my thing, we all play roles in our life to make what we go through better and how we see vision and different things. And so I may go from different spaces in your life differently. And I'm cool with that. That's why I'm constantly growing. And I tell me, you guys, if you can help me out, I really appreciate it. Because I play a role. I play my role. And I want you to learn how to play your role, not only in family, friends, business, spirituality, everyday life. This is universal. Somebody don't have to come out of Ifa to play a role in your life. Somebody don't have to come out of voodoo to play a role in your life. Somebody don't have to come out of Christianity. Somebody don't have to stop being gay or stop being bi or stop being straight to play a role in your life. Stop being ignorant, stop being foolish. Somebody don't have to be rich to play a role in your life. The poor man's wisdom saved the city. Stop being ignorant. Understand everything exists for a reason. The good, the bad, and that has a lot to do with perception. And the yin and yang is the universal law. Light and darkness. People have literally had a problem with me practicing voodoo until they needed my voodoo. People have had a problem with me practicing root work until they needed my root work. People have had a problem. This is why I'm just telling you, if you out there and you listening to this video or you hear this video, sir and ma'am, make sure that you understand you don't know what tomorrow gonna hold. And you might need that person that you're talking about today to play a very significant role in your life. And if you keep that in mind, a lot of things you say and you do, you just might not do, because you may never know. My grandma used to say it all the time. You never know who's going to have to give you a cold glass of water. Ma Fedi Fun Oshun. Ma Fedi Fun Yemiya. Don't downplay Oshun because you crown Yemiya. Don't downplay Oya because you crown Oshun. That's ignorant. That's ignorant. Understand they all are coming from, and whether you practice Ocha, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, they all pantheons play a different role. And sometimes those aunties on both sides play the same role in your life, and that's for your profit. Sometimes them uncles play the same role in your life. That's for your profit. So it don't matter if somebody wants to call on Gabriel, or if they want to call on Michael, or if somebody wants to call on Ganesh. At the end of the day, as long as you get help, baby, and it profits you and it's for your benefit, I think that's all that really matters. Somebody don't have to not be who they are in order for you to profit. And you shouldn't want people to change just because it makes you feel comfortable. And I thank God for my platform, because I'm able to function in my role, and people come here to embrace who I am, and they get what they need based off of what roles I play in their life. All right? So that's why I want to come on here today. Besides the fact that I did really miss you guys, but I needed to do that. And some of you guys, regardless of what you still were sending cash out, you still were looking out for a brother. Like, I'm very blessed to have the type of people that do not have a problem playing a role in my life. And some people play a role in my life behind the scene. And that's what Minister Mario was. Also, he played a lot of roles behind the scenes. So a lot of things that people did not realize I was able to do because of him. And even though I tell many of you guys that Minister Mario is not here, you still think I'm going to be able to function in a certain type of way when he was taking care of stuff that now I have to take care of, which slows down my progress. Understand why I was fighting so hard to keep him here. Because I knew how significant of a role he was playing, not only in my life, and in many of y'all life. And some of y'all not fit to sacrifice like he was willing to sacrifice. Y'all not going to give up your time and energy for this ministry and what we got going. You're just not going to do it. And I still appreciate whatever role or capacity you playing. But one of my big engines is no longer here. And that just happened to me in June. And even though he was not able to function at full capacity, he still was functioning in a way that gave me the ability to do what I was doing. And so I want y'all to know, some of you guys don't realize that I'm not going to be here always. And I'm trying to give you something that is life-changing. I'm trying to give you something that is eternal. And when I teach universal law, it fits no matter where you at in life if you apply it. I know that I only have a certain amount of time in this earth realm. And so I hope that I am encouraging. I hope I am opening the eyes of melanated people like never before. Stop wasting time. Support those areas of life or those people of life that play such a significant role in your life, because when they are gone, life changes. And you have to become that very role and play that very role that now you were benefiting from. And now other people are going to benefit from your role play. All right. Hey, I do understand we can learn a lot from adults. Yes. God's elect. Yeah. It's really important. And so, like I say, out of everything that I've shared this today, in honor of my Fedifun Yemi Yah, on the day of Saturday, I want to say to each and every one of you guys, if some of you guys got my personal phone number, if some of you guys can screenshot me right now, or screenshot this and text me this, because I think this is a beautiful moment on a Saturday. The Orishas are beautiful, the voodoo spirits are beautiful, Ocha is beautiful, all of our African traditions are beautiful, but they are there for us to play roles, not only in life, in the spirit world, but also in the physical world, and interacting with one another. And so whether you're a male or female, whatever vessel you are showing up and manifesting in this life, this is why this stuff is important. And so once again, this is what you're supporting if you are contributing to Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. If I am doing spiritual work for you, or if, conjure, and I need to take our time to go to the dentist. I have really good insurance, and I just really, she been told me what I need to do, but I keep doing. So I got to take out time to take care of my dental. I smile too much, so I got to get crowns on my teeth. Got crown on my head, now I get crown on my teeth to make sure my oral hygiene is up to par. Especially when you like to go downtown, you got to step up on your oral hygiene. As much as I got free parking passes downtown, so you know I love being downtown. So I got to stay up on that. All right, so don't hurt the hand that you may need someday. Yeah, that's true. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Once again, truly, I honestly thank you guys for making this platform what it is, and how you interact with me, and how y'all checking for me. I do have some stuff I have on TikTok. I'm trying to get more. I got to get stuff positioned, because it's a lot when you're doing the social media. And once I get economically where I need to be, I'm going to be paying somebody to do that stuff anyway. But right now, I got to do a lot of stuff on my own. And just because you're good at doing what you do don't mean you need to be doing it. Because I can be devoting a lot of my time. And Minister Mario being a Capricorn and having that Aquarius moon, I was able to completely focus on my spirituality, and that's the benefit of why we were growing so fast, because I did not have to free parking passes. Yeah. Being real sometimes shock people, but it's the truth. So I didn't get called no good for so good, but so good for nothing. So when I tell you guys, I want to appreciate you, those that got your talisman, and some of you guys will be receiving your talisman soon, and bath washes. I got all that stuff. I went and got some more stuff from Miami. I'm going to really impact 2024 as much as I can, in hopes for that. Yeah, she wants to do this back tooth and do a root canal, and I hate needles. It's hypocrisy. I hate needles, but I like sticking people. Go figure. I'm a mess. I'm a trip. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And don't forget to hit that like, the share, and comment up on this video if it helped you. All right? God bless.